Good evening, everyone. This is Hilary Zhao. Welcome to the weekly VOC English news program, where we bring you the latest and most significant news from Chinland this week. First, a senior member of the Chin National Front recruiting department who had been detained by CDF Mindat has reportedly been released. His arrest had drawn attention among Chin communities both inside and outside the country. In another development, the Chinland Highway, previously closed due to an ongoing conflict, has been reopened for public use as of July 17th. This was announced by CDF-CDM Siyin, signaling a temporary improvement in travel access through the region. Meanwhile, tensions have escalated in southern Chinland. MDF, a member of the Chin Brotherhood, along with its ally, the American Army AA, launched a coordinated assault on IMC CDF Mara headquarters. The attack, carried out with significant manpower, led to intense clashes between the two sides. These are just some of the major stories we're following this week. Stay tuned as we bring you in-depth updates on these events and more stories that matter to Chinland and the Chin people. Hung Nae-shui, a central executive member of recruitment in the Chin National Front CNF, who had been detained by CDF Mindat, has now been released and safely returned to his family. According to CNF sources, Henry was arrested on May 24th while visiting his relatives in Makui New Village, located in Mindat Township. The arrest was reportedly carried out by Battalion 6 of CDF Mindat, under the direct orders of his Chief of Staff of Mindat CDF, Wu Tang-chope. While the reason for his detention was never made public, sources say he was taken from his home and held in custody for nearly 2 months. Hung Nae-shui was finally released on July 18th and has since reunited with his family in Makui Ainu. Sources from CNF has confirmed that he was released only after signing a written pledge, although the terms of that pledge remain unknown. This case has drawn considerable attention among Chin communities, raising questions about internal tensions within revolution forces in the region. In another key development, a major highway in Chinland has now reopened after more than a month of closure due to military tensions. According to an official announcement from the CDF-CDM Siyin, the Chinland Highway, a vital road linking Galay to northern Chinland, was reopened to the public on July 17th. The route had been shut down on May 20th after approximately 800 junta troops launched a large-scale advance from Galay toward Chinland's northern region. The military operation began on May 18th with heavy arms and personnel moving along this strategic corridor. In direct response, CDF-CDM Siyin, together with forces from the Chinland Council, including the Chin National Army and the Chin Brotherhood Alliance, sealed off the road to halt the junta's movement. Heavy clashes erupted on May 21st near Mwalpi village, where Chin revolution fighters engaged the advancing forces. The fighting continued for more than a week, ultimately forcing junta troops to retreat back to Galay on July 5th, following significant casualties. With the situation now stabilized and the area back under the revolution forces' control, CDF-CDM Siyin has reopened the highway, restoring access for civilian travel and regional trade. The Chinland Highway is more than just a road. It serves as a critical lifeline connecting central Myanmar to key Chinland towns like Phalam, Ha-Ka, and Didim, and also provides a direct route to Rukhodar, a major cross-border trade gateway with India. In a serious escalation of internal conflict among Chin revolutionary groups, fresh clashes have broken out in the Mara region of Chinland. According to an official statement released by IMC CDF Mara, a member of the Chinland Council, heavy fighting erupted on July 14th near Fartlang village. The confrontation began after troops from the Mara Defense Force, MDF, which is affiliated with the Chin Brotherhood, CB, alongside their ally, the American Army, AA, launched a coordinated military advance into IMC CDF Mara-controlled territory. The assault reportedly involved around 200 fighters and 3 tactical units from both MDF and AA. IMC CDF Mara says it had previously issued a warning on July 5th calling on MDF and AA forces to withdraw in order to avoid infighting among Chin resistance groups. But that warning was ignored. By midday on July 14th, gunfire was exchanged at 3 separate locations near Phar Plang as IMC CDF Mara fighters defended their headquarters against the assault. The statement accuses MDF and AA of attempting to forcibly seize territory under Mara administration and to open a northern route for broader military operations across Chinland. IMC CDF Mara expressed grave concern, saying that although all parties are part of the wider Chin resistance movement, the Chin Brotherhood, CB, and Arakan Army appears to be siding with MDF, providing them with both troops, reinforcements, and weapons. The group warned that these actions are deeply harmful to internal unity and could seriously threaten the integrity of the Chin national struggle. We'll continue to follow this story and provide updates as soon as more information becomes available. In a sign of growing internal tension, the Da'ai Region 1 administration has issued a strong warning to CDF Gampalet following recent military activity in southern Chinland. According to an official statement, CDF Gampalet, a Chin Brotherhood member, entered a restricted area near Maka Aimu village on July 15th. That area is controlled by CDF Da'ai Battalion 1. The move reportedly sparked fear among civilians and was condemned as a violation of traditional Chin law and inter-ethnic agreements. The leaders stressed that any armed group responsible for provoking internal conflict will be held accountable under laws passed down through 9 generations of Da'ai leadership. They reaffirmed that the territory in question falls under Da'ai jurisdiction. To protect local stability, the Da'ai authorities are calling on CDF Gampalet to immediately withdraw its forces and halt further deployments in Da'ai-controlled areas. The statement also noted that the Da'ai Region Council, DRC, was officially formed on May 16, 2024, representing Da'ai communities across Gampalet, Minda, Palewa, and Matupi townships. In response, CDF Gampalet issued a statement today, saying its forces were operating strictly within Gampalet Township, where they are based, and denied entering another group's restricted area. They further warned that any unauthorized armed presence in their township may face immediate expulsion. This situation underscores the ongoing challenges in maintaining unity and coordination among Chin resistance forces. We'll continue to monitor the developments and bring you more updates. In a significant move, biometric data collection for Myanmar refugees taking shelter in India's Mizoram state is set to begin later this month, according to official sources. The process is being implemented by the Indian central government, which has instructed that data be collected online. Due to poor internet access in many remote refugee areas, priority will be given to offline data collection in those zones, according to an official from Mizoram's Home Department. The majority of Myanmar refugees in Mizoram reside in rural and mountainous regions with limited internet connectivity, making online registration difficult. As a result, authorities are preparing for offline data gathering as well. The central government has allocated a budget of 3.8 million rupees to carry out the biometric registration program. It's worth noting that this move has been under pressure from the central government since the time of the previous MNF-led state government. Mizoram had long resisted the push to collect biometric data, citing various concerns. However, under the current Zoram People's Movement (ZPM) administration, the state has faced renewed pressure to comply. Eventually, Mizoram's government agreed on the condition that proper safety guarantees would be in place for the refugees and that secure technology would be used. In response, India's central government developed a new system called the Foreigners Identification Portal, FIP, which will now be used to register Myanmar refugees. According to the latest data released by Mizoram's Home Department on June 24th, there are currently 27,751 Myanmar refugees sheltering in the state. Thank you for tuning in with the VOC English News. You've been listening to this week's VOC English News Update. We'll be back with more next week. Thank you for tuning in.